Hello and welcome back to another rendition of the Trey Smith Perspective. This is episode 46. We are kind of cruising through the 40s. I am your host, Trey Smith. We are back with another episode. This is going to be another one of those episodes, though, where we don't really have shit to talk about. Honestly. If I could turn the thing, show you the whiteboard of topics, there's about 5 topics we might not touch on, and not one of them. As usual, though, first thing is first. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the YouTube viewership, Spotify listenership, Apple listenership, iHeart listenership, Podbean listenership, Stitcher listenership, Google listenership. Did I say YouTube listenership? Because I meant YouTube viewership. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that bullshit, promotional mumbo jumbo. I'm not the greatest at it. I also have a splitting headache right down my brain. Like, fucking when Michael Fassbender put that quarter right in Kevin Bacon's noggin. That's how I'm feeling right now. Or was it a nickel? Either way, there was some silver in that dude's brain, and it probably hurt him a little bit. That's how I'm feeling. Also, new YouTube version for last week. It was up and then pulled down. Hopefully we don't come into that problem. I think the issue has been that I have just been encountering some super shitty internet the last 3 weeks. Typically have pretty good internet, and then Fios has been pulling some fuck shit. I don't want to disclose it as anything other than fuck shit, because internet always used to run at around a couple hundred, I want to say 200 to 300 megabyte per second. I know that via download speed on my PlayStations. So the last couple weeks, I've been chalking in from anywhere from fucking 12 to 26. 33 is the highest I've seen, and that was 3 days ago. So we finally call Fios after I've reset the box 46 times, reset the one in the basement. And when you reset the one in the basement, that's supposed to be like the fucking, pull the big red, that's supposed to be the big red switch, power the whole city back up. That's supposed to be that type of shit. This was not that type of shit. If anything, every time I reset it, it would come back on running worse. And it was ridiculous. So then the first thing they do when you're on the phone with them is show their hand. Like, oh, right. Well, we have an upgraded package for an additional $100 a month that is faster internet speeds. Significantly faster internet speeds for your area. And we're like, wait a minute. Tell me you're not fucking with my internet just to try and upsell me on some more expensive internet. We've had Fios for 6 years. So either this router went bad overnight, literally overnight, or y'all are fucking with the internet. So they apparently sent an additional speed boost with the new router that we're getting free of charge, because it's been a long time since we've had a new router. I think y'all should send us a new router. So they did. They sent us a new router, and they're going to send us an additional speed boost that's going to boost us up to 300 megabyte per second. Remember what I said prior? We were about averaging that before. So you see what my issue is with the fucking the corporate America salesman bullshit scam, where it's like, all right, we're gonna fuck with their internet and then upsell them on a scam immediately. Fucking don't show your whole hand if you're gonna do that. Dude showed his hand immediately. First thing he did was try and sell us on a new fucking thing. Try and troubleshoot my internet. Even if you ain't troubleshooting shit, pretend to. Taking me fucking 5 days to install anything on the PlayStation. I'm watching HBO Max, something cuts out, Netflix falls out, my fucking phone has the slowest Wi-Fi speeds. Now, none of this would be that big of an issue if, where I lived, the cell phone service wasn't dog shit. So if you don't have any cell phone service, iMessages aren't getting through. At least 60 to 70% of your calls are getting dropped or not even getting received, or you'll get messages 20 to 30 minutes later. It's quite annoying. So the internet has to be on its P's and Q's. Internet has to be up and firing. It has to be rolling. Can't be clocking in a fucking 12 megabyte per second. And it took so long just to upload the audio for the podcast last week. I'm just doing the audio on Friday morning, just trying to upload it, and it wouldn't process the artwork or the audio itself for about 30 minutes. I was damn near late for work because I was just sitting there like, come on. Thought I was going to have to unplug everything, pack up my laptop, take it to work just to try and upload the pod. Absolutely ridiculous. So hopefully we don't run into that problem this week. We will see. We're going to keep rolling with these punches as we get them. Again, I mentioned last week my work schedule in the upcoming weeks is going to be changing, so I don't know how that's going to affect the pod or my mood or all three will come together and create some crazy cynical clusterfuck. Excuse me. Anywho, not too much from music. Tank dropped an album. I didn't listen to too much of it because I really hadn't been listening to shit. I'm training a new guy at work, so I haven't been able to listen to music at work really. And when I've been at the gym, that's just like when you're at the gym, you only listen to like a select, like there's a few genres that you like at the gym, and you tend to listen to those at the gym. You're not really listening to like new music at the gym. That's not the place for new music. Maybe if it's from an artist who typically puts out like good workout music. Like I listened to a good bit of that Game album at the gym, for example. A good bit of Kevin Gates album at the gym, Logic. It's rap albums, rock albums, etc. But even then, sometimes not good scenarios. So off music, I guess we'll pivot to sports. Only for this brief PSA. Because of course, Football Talk with Matt and Trey is coming back to YouTube and on any mobile device or fucking gaming station or smart TV near you, dude. Do it. Watch it. Like, subscribe. Trey Smith TV. But yeah, just a quick PSA that Kendrick Green stinks. For those of you who do not know, Kendrick Green was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers last season. Played center. Stunk. This season has been moved to guard. Stinks is all I'm going to say. Steelers offensive line is going to stink again because this dude's hands, his feet, his technique, it's all shit. Super slow. It's like on slow mo. Dudes are just literally running right by this guy. Sprinting into Kenny Pickett's face. Everyone's giving Kenny Pickett all this praise. I'm like, dude, the offense looks exactly the same as it did last year every time Kenny's in. Because that's how it has to look if the ball's coming out to the right guy, because you literally have no fucking time with this offensive line. That's my only PSA. We're going to get off sports. But, like, my gosh. All right, what about some of these docs? Yeah, not many movies this week, just docs. The only movie thoughts I had this week were I saw some alleged leak plot outlines for what the Madam Web movie might be over at Sony, and I don't know what the hell's going on, but I hope that's not right, which it's Sony, so it probably is. But I don't know what they're doing over there. They're going to fucking fuck that up. So, we'll get into the main docs that we watched. First of all, that Manti Teo doc. If you're not familiar, Manti Teo was, I believe I just said Manti. I don't think that's right. It's Manti Teo. He was a Heisman finalist, linebacker for Notre Dame. I can't quite remember what year he was drafted. It was around 2011, 2012, somewhere in there, I want to say. He was catfished, one of the first like major public figures to be catfished. And really, it affected his career, and a lot of people, you had to figure it affected his emotional and mental state, but really we didn't know to what extent until this came out. A lot of us owe Manti Teo an apology. That's kind of been the consensus I'm seeing around everywhere, is that a lot of people, myself included, owe Manti Teo an apology. When I was a kid, I don't necessarily think I was on the he's gay train. I didn't realize just how many people were on that fucking like, oh, he has to be making this up because he's gay, right? He has to be making this up because he's gay. That is just so fucked up. nobody could fucking, because I guess catfishing wasn't a thing, but nobody could like put themselves in this kid's shoes, practice any type of empathy, like it's blowing my mind. All the facts are running to my mind. Like he thought he saved her life. She did this shit the same day his grandma died, or like 2 days after his grandma died, or some shit. What? And then it seemed like, I don't want to say he cared about the shit more than his grandma dying, but he kept talking about that shit. Like, he kept talking about, I lost my girlfriend. And then, after she faked her death... No, listen, so I'm jumping all over the place, but it's just so fucking... It's so great. Lene Kakua! So she fakes her death. Is like faking that whole thing, like, and then is like passing the phone, like doing like, hey yo, yeah, bro, it's her brother. I just don't know if she gonna make it. That is some sick shit. That's some sick shit. Talented individual to pull this off. And they kind of kept showing you that, like, I forget what fucking homie's name was. Renata, I think was his name. Her name. They kept kind of showing you, like, yeah, you got some skills, got some talent. He just starts out, just like, yeah, I was the starting quarterback, just throwing touchdowns, a little bit of singing, like, got some pipes, like, fucking, I was like, all right, it's talented. So they're laying out, like, this individual is talented. Clearly. Multiple personalities and shit. Like, it was crazy watching the switch. Like, oh my God. Anyway. Feel so bad for Manti. On the other hand, I'm kind of side with Manti's dad, where it's like, you didn't meet this girl. You didn't meet this girl not one time. I hope you met this girl. Manti was like, yeah, of course I met her. That to me highlights like how much of, like, even though he was a beast on the field, how like shy he was outside of that when it came to like social squares and social interactions. Because why else would a guy who had all this going on, you can't tell me he didn't have plenty of like chances at any type of action off the field or any type of social hangouts or any other type of interactions, not even just sexual, off the field. How did he continue to indulge in this and it became as bad as it became? So then after the hospital thing, his grandma dies, and then I guess she like gets pissed because she ain't getting the attention she wants, and she fakes dies, like just flat out dies, and then he calls as her brother and is like, yeah, bro, she gone. That's so fucked up. He's like, I did not mean for it to have the effect on him that it had. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? What in the hell did you think was gonna happen? His grandmother just died. He's always, like, it opens with Manti being like, yeah, I'm all faith, family, football. Those are the three pillars. Like, yo! What did you think? And then I knew it was getting, I'm like, who's this guy? Dr. Phil sits down. The FBI agents, they're saying that there's a 1 in 10 billion possibility that you are the person on these tapes as this voice saying these things to Manti. So I feel it's only right for the general public to say something, sing something, read something in that voice so we can somehow believe that you are capable of doing such things. And he's like, yeah, word, I feel you. Okay, I can see that. And then, like, right after that, yeah, I just went to the second night, and then the cafeteria. And it's like, oh my God! How the fuck? Why the fuck? Poor Manti. I ain't never heard Manti Teo talk this much. Like, Manti's just wearing the emotion on his face. Like, and I really wish Renato would have shown a little bit more contrition. Like, for real. I'm not cool with how much of the, like, I'm not a bad person. Like, she just kept saying. And I was like, yo, what the fuck do you mean? This shit, that shit almost won him the Heisman. Like, that, the girlfriend and the grandma dying and then going to the fucking championship or whatever, even though they got smacked, and then them getting smacked in the championship, it almost wrote a fucking headline to the Heisman. I didn't know none of this. Like, I didn't know the in-depthness of it because, as you know, I've said it on here all the time, I don't really pay attention to college football. So I didn't know anything about Manti Teo until around the time of the combine and the draft when all this shit exploded about him having a fake girlfriend. And then all these dudes, I forget what was the outlet that fucking that ended up exposing him? It started with a D. They were like, yeah, we just wanted to point out the fact that ESPN and Fox and none of these major outlets fact check anything, and what ended up being the fucking main story was they kept asking us if we think this guy's gay or not. Well, yeah, Peter. Welcome to America, where we just care about who you're boning. That's pretty much it. But yeah, the Manti Teo doc, absolutely insane. It stayed with him. He was like the first 3 years in San Diego with the Chargers were like miserable. He said he was never confident in himself. That shit fucked with his confidence for years. This is an athlete playing at the highest level, and Manti Teo played well. Like, he's still in the league, so like to stay in the NFL for years after year after year. I believe Manti Teo is still with the league. Is he still with the Saints? Let's find this out. Is Manti Teo still with the Saints? He signed with the Saints in 2018, I think. No, he retired. He retired, and it just said he played in the NFL until 2021. Okay, so it doesn't seem like he retired, just has not played since 2020, seemingly. Was on the Chargers until 2016, Saints until 2019, Bears 2020. So that means that doc must have been made and then just sat on for like 2 years, which I don't even doubt. But like, that's crazy because the last thing they showed in the doc was him as a Saint. Anyway, definitely check that the fuck out. That Manti Teo doc is insane. The next doc to check out, the Trainwreck Woodstock 99 doc on Netflix. There's 2 Woodstock 99 docs. There's one on HBO Max, and there's one on Netflix. Now, what I'll say about the HBO Max one is that it more so highlighted like the grotesqueness of that event towards the women that attended the event and how like fucked up it had to have been for the women at the event. HBO Max did a good job of highlighting that and highlighting more of all of the acts. The Netflix one kind of really steered it towards like all of the rock acts are the reason that the shit happened. Like, in the Netflix doc, they completely leave out DMX, Rough Riders, Alanis Morissette, all that shit. And it's basically just Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, Korn, all the new metal rock bands, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, just all that shit. No, they did show the one dude, the British guy with the very eccentric shirts, Fatboy Slim or something. Any hoozle. That doc, absolutely fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. The character that was putting this event together, John Scher or whatever that dude's name is, what a character. The whole time through both docs, I just kept finding myself just leaning back going, John! What are we doing, John? You can't say that in this situation. What do you mean, John? I also felt like... can we just talk about how horrible Limp Bizkit is? How the fuck how did anyone at any point listen to Limp Bizkit or Fred Durst? What kind of music is that? I want to with a chainsaw. And then I want to branch it. What in the fuck are we doing? What is interesting, and what I will say in regards to the fucking Limp Bizkit thing, because both docs did try to like blame Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit for how bad it started to really get. Because when it started getting bad, visibly bad from the stage, Fred Durst was like, alright, yeah. Y'all are riding fucking planks? Y'all are wave surfing on top of planks? That's fucking dope. Or y'all are breaking shit? I'm gonna play a song called Break Some Shit. Or something like, and then I'm gonna fucking jump into the crowd and incite more fucking craziness. And then soon as he gets off stage, he just was like, dude, it's not our fault. And then just bounces. Dude, it's not our fault. And then just leaves. I didn't appreciate both docs literally making me listen to like a whole Limp Bizkit song though. I didn't fucking need that. I did not fucking need that. Limp Bizkit stinks. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this one too. Kid Rock fucking stinks. Stinks. That DMX had a whole fucking like 200,000 white people screaming the N-word back at him. That shit was wild. Only in the 1990s would that many white people just feel that comfortable just screaming the N-word. Now, be it was hype, they were at a concert, but I don't know if you could do that. I don't think you could do I don't think you could do that. It was wild. What else was wild was how Korn had that Korn by far had that shit blown the farthest the fuck out. Korn looking like brunette David Spade with a tight mustache, just fucking going. And I never understood headbanging either. Like maybe a little bit, but like this I get. Like sitting up. The fucking when you're standing, bent at a 90-degree angle, literally basically slamming your head off your knees. What in the fuck are we doing? And it's not my culture. It's not what I'm enamored with musically. I do love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was hot for the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they came on. Shit. But I'm not. That's not the headbanging shit. They call me King Rock. Now some of it's hype. Some of that shit's hype. Some of that shit I got in a workout playlist. I got Korn in workout playlist. I don't got no Kid Rock. I don't got no Limp Bizkit neither. But I got a couple of them dudes in there. I do. I'm not listening to it on the regular though. And it was incredibly wild that this is $19.99. They're charging $8 for water after you pay $850 to get in there. I think some dude said he was eating like a $12 salad. And then you're fucking, and then what else happened? Oh yeah, they after like day 2 or 3, they spiked the water price up to like $12 a bottle of water. And then they confiscated everybody's water upon entry. So like nobody was allowed to bring in any food, water, anything, except for like they were allowed to bring in dope, coke, fucking crack, whatever, all the fucking drugs they wanted, they was allowed to bring that shit in. So you just had a bunch of high, hot, sweaty white people just fucking going crazy. And I don't know how any of the women that were there survive that shit. They show women crowd surfing, and like they'll take their shirts off, and then you just see like 6 hands, like Evil Dead, just rise up out of the ground, like and just grab tit. is disgusting. Disgusting. And then John. Here comes John. Honestly, if you have to ask me, most of the women that were walking around with the tops off and stuff like that, I mean, they're walking around butt naked. Like, what? Honestly, they have to hold some responsibility for, like, some of the things that happen. Like, no one should have to be touched like that. No one. It's unacceptable. But, like, they have to know, like, you're walking around like this, something like that could happen. It's like, oh, John, you can't say that. And then him just melting down at the event, him at the podium, at the event, just completely melting the fuck down. Just on the fucking, someone's like, that one dude's like, me and 10 of my friends could clean this fucking place up better than y'all have. And he's like, you get your 10 friends. You get them. I'll pay you $100. No, I'll pay you $1,000 fucking dollars an hour. You come up here, offer solutions. Don't criticize. And then the one chick's like, there's literal, like, shit puddles everywhere. There are shit puddles. And he's like, offer solutions. Don't editorialize. Do you want to come up here and talk about the shit puddles? I'd have been like, yeah, actually, yeah, I do. Everyone, as soon as he's like, that was like his thing. As soon as someone will come out and be like, do you want to come up here and talk about that shit? Everyone would be like, no, I ain't trying to do that. Then he'd be like, I didn't fucking think so. This is Woodstock 99. Everyone here's having a good fucking time. Man, some of that shit, nasty. That they burst the pipes, the fucking porta potties were overflowing, so like the mud, water, and the shit was just fucking merging, and there's people sliding and shit, putting shit all over their face. It's just poop water, dude. Nasty. Was nasty. And then someone's like, candles. On day 3, after all the trash, people sleeping in the garbage, rape, fucking looting, what is there left to do but give these people candles? Now in the Netflix doc, it says the candles were Michael's idea, but in the HBO doc, it highlighted that the anti-gun people were the ones that gave out the candles. Now Michael could have been, I don't know if Michael and the anti-gun community had like the people that were at the event passing out the anti-gun stuff. I don't know if Michael was directly involved with that. The Netflix doc made it seem so, but the HBO doc was like, it's just this group of kids just trying to, the one people there that were trying to do something out of the right space in their heart. Give out these candles to hold a vigil for the Columbine shooting. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. No, let's not do that. Now, be it did look dope when the Red Hot Chili Peppers were playing Under the Bridge and the whole fucking sea just has their candles up. That was awesome. What wasn't awesome was they wanted an encore, so the Chili Peppers come back on, and the lead singer's like, yo, there's fire over there. That's not good. That's not okay. Yeah, this is Fire by Jimi Hendrix. And then just gets everyone else more crazy about the fire. And then more fire happens. And then these fucking trucks are blowing up. Crazy. Me personally, I'd have dipped after day one. I'd have been like, oh, whoa. We have to stay here? Bro, I'm not. We gotta do what? It's how much for a... Nah. Oh, shit. I'd be like, when's Korn coming out? I'd be like, alright. Day 2? No. Not fucking staying. What's the day 1 lineup? Alright, we'll stay through right here. And then we're gonna leave right in the middle of this so that we don't hit any traffic, because there's gonna be other people leaving. That would be me at Woodstock 99. And there was just hundreds of thousands of people then just staying all 3 days. I don't understand. The Netflix doc showed mad people leaving at the beginning of day 3, and then it was still mad people. Oh, the smell had to have been insane. Highly recommend checking that out. I highly recommend checking out both docs. Because the gems from John in both docs. Absolutely insane. I love in the Netflix doc they do a good job of like, we did not have this under control. This was not properly planned. Nobody was on board. And then it cuts to John and he's like, everybody was on board. Everybody was all for it. We all thoroughly planned it out. It was perfect. And then it cuts back and it was like, it was the furthest thing from perfect it could have possibly been. It was a complete nightmare. And then it cuts back and it was like, it was like in a dream sequence. Everyone had a good time. And it's like, what are we doing? Excuse me. Definitely check that out. This has just been Doc City for the last couple weeks. Probably going to continue to be as my cat meows at the door. Watched a doc about cats as well. How cats interact or what like cats interactions mean. None of it explained why my cat is meowing at my door while I'm trying to pod. He left me alone for 30 fucking minutes, I guess. But we've hit 30 minutes. I didn't think we'd hit 30 minutes with this brief array of pod topics, but sure enough, we have. What else can we get into? I really don't have much to get into. Again, I haven't seen any new movies. There ain't been shit. Ain't talked about a video game in fucking months because there ain't been shit in months. Madden's out, but that's just a glorified roster update for past editions. Anyway, I think that's it, man. I think we'll get out of here. Sorry if this was a lower tone, not as up and bouncy, kind of a more boring episode, but still pounding, still churning these things out, still pounding away, still chipping away. I was real happy with last week's episode, right? So I finished recording. I'm real happy with last week's episode. I take the fucking headphones off, I put them down, I stand up, and my fan's still on. It was on the whole time I was recording last week. So I fucking immediately sit down, open the thing up, start listening to it. All I hear is, and I'm like, ah. Then on top of that, the YouTube version fucks up, which I wasn't even aware it fucked up. I got a DM on IG at like fucking 3:30 in the morning. I was like, yo, YouTube audio fucks up and then just completely shuts off in the middle. Just letting you know. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to even explore that. I'm just going to fucking pull it down. I'm just going to fucking pull it down. I might upload the audio and the video onto YouTube from now on until I solely get the video just like not fucking up, because it's fucked up a few times in the last couple weeks. And we used to upload the audio to YouTube as well, so I might just do that on Friday. Annie Hoozle. I think we're going to get out of here. We shall return next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, y'all stay safe. Y'all have fun. Summer is about officially over. I think fucking kids are back to school. I was leaving work at 3 o'clock today. I was scheduled to. And it was about 2:26. And I was like, oh, fuck. It's the first day of school. I got to beat the school buses. So don't get stuck behind those school buses. Have a good week. And we'll see y'all next week, man.